Before I begin the video, I just want to flag, as always, that I am not a qualified financial advisor and nothing I say should be considered as financial advice. Hello, I'm the Geordie Saver and welcome back to my channel. So this is my favourite video series to do. So it's my mortgage overpayment video series, and in this video I'm going to be showing the figures for April 2024. So where were we at the end of last month? So we'd managed to pay off £1,000 off our mortgage in March, and the balance was at just under £108,000. So let's go straight into the figures. So we started with a balance of just under £108,000. We made the standard payment of £510. The overpayment was £590. So it was slightly less this month. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. The interest that accrued on the mortgage was £102 in the month. So our interest rate is currently at 1.16%. And because April has 30 days, there was one less day than March. So it accrued slightly less money and interest. So then if we take off our standard payment, our overpayment, and then add on the interest, we end up with a final end balance in the month of £107,062, which means that the balance paid off was £910. So it was a bit of mixed emotions with this one. So on one hand, I'm very proud of that figure. I'm very proud that we managed to overpay by nearly £500 in the month. On the other hand, I set out the ambition of paying off £1,000 of the balance each month. So the organised part of my brain wanted this to be under £107,000. But what I'm trying to balance out is the fact that my emergency fund has dipped. So what I'm doing by not meeting the £600 overpayment is that I am contributing to my emergency fund, and I've got to really look at things in the whole, in the bigger picture, and say that that's actually a worthwhile thing for me to do. So I think one of the lessons for me on this, and I've sort of learned this lesson before, is that things aren't perfect. So in a perfect world, I'd want these numbers to look really neat and go 109 and then drop £1,000 each month. But that's not how my journey is necessarily going to go. So I've got to take the wins and not focus too much on the negatives about it. So totals as they currently stand. So £2,000 in standard payments. I've actually paid more in overpayments than I have in the contractual mortgage payments. And then the interest accrued for the first 4 months of the year is £414. And the balance paid off so far this year is just under £4,000. So in terms of summary figures, at the end of last month, I paid off 3% so far in 2024. And my total overpayment so far, so since starting the mortgage, was £23,437. And the current mortgage end date was February 2044. I realised actually that on the last video, this actually said February 24, which would have been amazing if I'd been mortgage free this year, but it was just an error. So what does it look like now? So we've actually paid off 4% of the balance we started with in 2024. Our total overpayment so far is now at just under £24,000. So we are getting so close to the £25,000 figure. I don't know why that's such a big milestone to us, but it is. I'm really looking forward to hitting £25,000. And then the current mortgage end date is January 2044. So we have chosen as our overpayment preference to now reduce the term of our mortgage with every overpayment we make. Now, I'm assuming there's some sort of threshold there. So I don't know, if I overpay it by £10, it's not going to reduce the term by a month. I don't really know what the threshold is that reduces it by a month. But between last month and this month, I managed to take a month off the mortgage end date. So overall, still on track to get under £100,000 of the mortgage balance this year, which is really good. And yeah, I'm going to try and keep up the good work, and fingers crossed there's no unplanned for expenses that crop up. But as always, if you're on a similar mortgage overpayment journey, then do let me know in the comments below. I love hearing mortgage overpayment stories, whether you're far on your journey or you're just starting off. And I'll see you on the next video.